Sanaka hi okomahanaka, senaka henafonaka, second soponaka, and nahanasa, punaka shirket, dona pinasa, inaka, napinasa, in pinaka, hena, monaka, sen, hena, pina, punaka, and the sedenoso, kena, ona. Yes. I want to ask the question, why do we have to keep watching our young brothers die in the street as they lie, bleeding out from discreet attacks upon one another and not be the warriors of love and peace and honor and respect of each other that they should be, to be mentally free and spiritually free, to know, like you and me, to help them come along and overcome all the wrong that they perpetrate in their lives and don't even realize that they have been programmed to do such dastardly acts against each other. And the silent war is going on, perpetrated against them by the high elites and the high echelons of this city-state or Kabul states, perpetrate everything against us as a people. Well, let me start all over. This is your guest host with the most dynamic, motivating, stimulating, spiritual, divine articulation of building a black free nation on the globe, I would say. I just started saying that because I just want to articulate that, because my thoughts are worldwide. It's not local, national. My thoughts are internationally imbued in me by the glue of my ancestors and my creator that allowed me to be an emissary of my Lord and a servant of the people. And always talking about spirituality and the reason why, because it don't make no sense to watch our young ones die. They don't even reach 25 or 24, 23, and 21. They gone by the gun, playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. I mean, it shouldn't be playing no game in this day and time, because everything's serious. It's been serious for so long that if we prolong these acts against each other perpetrated by ourselves and not realizing that it's social engineering programmed through what you eat, what you drink, what you smoke, what you listen to, and all those things that in the frequency that you listen to, you know, that wild frequency, like your, rock stuff and all that, but it ain't about the rock. It's about pleasant music, because music is the healing force. Music soothes the beast, or the beast-like nature. It's like if we just calm ourselves down and deal with the temple and be about black peace, black power, and black love. I'm your host, Humam Abdulmalik, a Black Report. Black Report is my articulation of my observation from the temple, from within my temple, and the pyramid of my mind, of a divine essence from a spiritual context that had me so perplexed and complex of what might happen next. Because they talking about taking America back to when it was great. And that with these fraudulent laws, they might say the law now is for y'all to be back in slavery. And then it would be like gravy on a Sunday morning when everybody go to church and say, did you hear that? We got to be slaves again. And they will accept it just like that, because they so caught up in the fraudulent laws of the hypocrisy of this nation that's supposed to be based on democracy. In the United Snakes of hypocrisy, we don't have a chance if we don't turn this thing around and get down. I'm talking about get down so we can get up. I'm talking about going to the abyss so we can go to the apex of our lives. We got to go back to the stories and realize that we can't still stay in their timelines. We got to go beyond their timelines. Like we got to go beyond 2019 in the framework of that, because they be trying to say that they control all that, but that's a fallacy and a lie that we be listening to, because we buy and spend our money on everything that they, advertise. It's commercialized lies, like they always knew and realize who we are. We got to know who we are so we can be that shining black star again. Like the sunlight. The sun ain't nothing but a star in our solar system. And so we got to stay on a mission. We got to stay on a mission to change the conditions of our lives and our people's lives. And we got to do this in an organized manner. We got to do it in this timeline, in this perspective of stop denying the growth of our own spiritual minds. I'm saying stop spending our money on these stores and then talk about we mad at people the way they advertise their clothes and their perspective. Because now in this day and time, they say with their leadership that, we taking America back to when it's great and we don't care nothing about what they say or anything. Because you know why? Because you've been doing it for so long. You've been supporting the people that's so wrong. You've been supporting the European nation and perpetrating the ideology of the American zation or Europeanization of our own people, because like Malcolm said, how can you send your children to your own enemy? And so it be generation after generation that we be indoctrinated with their concepts of their control, their means of control, and say that we were sold into slavery and we were nothing but slaves throughout our history. Like we didn't have nothing to do with world history. But they don't tell you nothing about the mystery of us building the pyramids and having federations in Mali, and over here have 500 tribes. And the truth is their lie is that their constitution comes from the constitution of the 500 tribes. If you look up history and the story and realize the truth, because everything that they have and said is based on falsehood and a fallacy. And that is the real reality. You know why? And I say these things because I research, and because not only that, my ancestors and the Creator put it in my psychic, in my DNA. This is the divine prescript that we got to come into the essence of, like when the pineal gland is activated by the melanin. You got to know about the chakra centers. You got to know about the kundalini and the pineal and the pituitary and the thymus gland in your physical aspect of your brain. But when the physical is emerge in the spiritual, and the spiritual come more powerful, so that you don't see just with no physical eyes, or you deal with your five senses or anything like that anymore. You become more inclined to the divine essence of who you are, because we always been divine individuals. We always been divine and spiritual. We live like that. We had our women at the top of this world and worldview until they came and brought about something new, told us a lie after they killed and raped and plundered and all that, and stole our tablets and stole everything from us and fragilized it. And because they came and studied it at our feet, and that's a historical fact, starting with the Greeks. But you know who the Greeks was? They were just like the Romans, and especially like the Roman Catholic Church that they called over there in the Vatican. They were what we call faggots and freaks, molesters and pedophiles and rapists and all. That's why they had no problem when we were in captivity under their control. They did what they did to us because they didn't have no soul. See, we got that soul power, and we got that soul that We can't be as they be. See, we are human beings, not a kind of being or mankind. We are humankind and human beings, and we have a different uh, molecule, mineral factor in our DNA. See, their DNA come from the RH Reese monkey bloodline, and that's a fact that they say, not me. And once that is known about the Neanderthal troglodyte, so-called caveman, because they say they did come out the cave, because that's their story. You can go that right down to the Museum of Natural History. I'm talking about in Washington, D.C., right? Because with me, like the new Museum of African History, I wasn't. It don't sit well with me. But what his name, Anthony Broader, said to get a context of where you really start, you got to go across the street to the natural history where it tell you about the real timeline of who was here first. And even when I went to church on Sunday, that's what Reverend Wilson also said. He spoke on that too. So what we got to do, we got to be in alignment and in accord with who in the divine essence. And that is our blessings as a people worldwide. We have to be unified and come back to our senses, come back and be totally black in a matter of fact way. That's the only way we gonna be saved. Y'all say, man, why you always talking like that about this and that and all that and black and white? Because that's what it is, man. Because if you don't talk about the root cause of nothing, if you don't know about the root cause, you're gonna let it grow. You're gonna let it continue to grow to it. It gets so big that you can't do nothing about it. They've been in control for a little while, especially these last few years in the United Snakes of hypocrisy. They've been in control, but see, they came out of that control when we had Black Wall Streets and we had segregation, but they tricked us with integration. And see, with integration, we was next door to them, and then they didn't really want us next door. As people saying some things on my page, so let me say, because the great revolutionary brother Bo Luther, he always comes on. When he comes on, he got something to say. That's what I love, interaction, because interaction makes pro-black action, being pro-black active. And let me read what he said. We are preparing to create apprenticeship and entrepreneur programs to get something on these youngins' mind. 100 and 100 strong. They need someone to show them a greater way. They are us, just in a different place and time. They just need tough love, not refuse to give up on them. And the same thing, I refuse to give up on mine. That's my brother, Bo Luther, then my brother Asel Carter, a Pharaoh in the sense, a spiritual, divine, revolutionary brother. And he said, teach, with an exclamation point on it. And what did he say anything else? Oh, that was Bo again, I think. Or who was that? No, that was Alpha Cuba. He all the way in the UK. If he went back there, I don't know if he went to Angola. He had a problem over there. He said he was going over there. But he said, I am sending you my black on black love, dear King. And that's powerful. That brother all the way in the UK. And my brother, what his name? Mr. Waker. Joseph Waker, he went over there and they was unifying. Waker's from here and he was from there, and they met in Africa doing planning. And that's what we need with what is it? Hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott. I'm gonna say that again. Hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott. It's on my page on Facebook that you need to go on there and represent and say what you're doing. My brother Alpha Cuba, he's a radio host, a Diamond radio station in the UK. I've been on there a couple of times speaking on Kwanzaa and other things, and he's a strong Pan-African black brother. There's another brother in Africa named Asel. He from Kenya. Is another young brother, about 21 now. You talking about a razor, steel shop and steel. This brother is, man, awesome. His name Abdul Rahman, and he's from Nigeria. Sharp, man. And who else? There's another brother I was talking to. He was from somewhere over there. But we got to make that connection. We got to make the connection. And once we make that connection, we got to say hashtag Black People's Committee Boycott Hand, so that we can know that when we're doing black on black enterprise, like Brother Bo Luther talking about, that we can talk about that and reach minds and reach lives. And Brother Ansel Carter said, these kids are our future. I'm all in 100%. So he talking, no, excuse me. Yeah, that is. I was looking at Pastor Wanda D. Clickett. She activist in our community, very strong revolutionary sister that's in under the cloth. And when I say I'm under the cloth, she's like so spiritually inclined that she deals with the spiritual mind in the context that she go to church and whatever else she do in the spiritual context. I see her down Union Temple where I go to. But I was looking at Ansel Carter. He said these kids are our future, and I'm all in 100%. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we got to be behind our youth, because you know what? Some of them ain't even reaching, adolescents ain't reaching teenagers. Teenager ain't reaching young adult. Young adult ain't reaching adult. And adult ain't reaching adulthood where they become elders or anything, because it's all planned. It's all planned from the European, man, and the European system of racism. I want to go back to what the Reverend Wilson was talking about, because he know our brothers are strong and they're fearless, right? But their energy and their fearless is being directed in the wrong direction. They gotta organize and have self-discipline and self-control of their soul and their aspirations to be the kings and whatever I can say, kings and gods of the community that they think they control. They don't have no control, because we ain't got the control that we need in our soulful manner, because we got to go back into the essence of who we are. We got to go back in the time when it wasn't about integration. That's the trap and the trick. And so we can get out of that. And see, we deal with politics and politricks and politricksters and all that, but that ain't going to solve our conditions. Only thing going to solve our conditions if we get on a mission and become like magicians once again. We practice our arts, our black arts, black magic, black juju, voodoo, and all those things that we do in a healing manner, and not like them who have occult circles who are kidnapping our people. They're kidnapping our people for body parts, sex rings, and blood sacrifices. Ain't nothing being said or done. And we know it's the truth because it's written in their books. I'm talking about the Vatican. I'm talking about the king. I'm talking about over there in England. I'm talking about the high echelons of the Rothschilds and all them, the Rockefellers and these white-haired boys in the political system here in the United States of hypocrisy. I said it and I meant it. And when I said it, it's because I did research. I read so many books on them doing that, and it can't be no lie, because that's how they are. See, they cannibalistic. They homosexuals. They pedophiles. They're liars. And the truth of it is that you can go to their most religious headquarters on the planet. Yeah, I'm talking about the Catholic Church. They got so many of our children in that way of they call religion. And they have funneled with so many of our young boys. And not only them, you got the so-called Jews, the Yahudis, the covered truth. They even, when a little baby come in the world, they suck on their phallus. This is what they do. So we can't be like that. Then in United States of hypocrisy, or I say the United States of America, and this government and of hypocrisy, they make mockery of it, and they use it against us and have us all caught up in their fraudulent laws, and they do everything against the law. Natural divine law. See, if you follow the natural and divine law of our creator and our ancestors, we're in accord with everything that their laws encompass. And even they stole the first laws from us. I'm talking about the indigenous 500 tribes over here in Turtle Island, where the land was of milk and honey. That's what we had. We had We had a federation here. We had a federation in Akabu land. They called it Africa or Exium. That's what it was called before it was that. And when we had it like that, we was in harmony and peace, right? And then when these people came out of the caves or whatever, it's never been no more harmony and peace. They tried to set up order and fashion it in a certain way. But if you look at their storyline from the Greeks that came at our feet to study, they stole and plagiarized, and they even got I said freak fraternities, or did I meant Greek fraternities? Either way, it's both symbolic of each other. They Greeks and they're freaks, and they got us programmed to have a fraternity, a Greek fraternity. How can it be when they come and study at our feet? You tell me that. I'm not even upset because I know the truth, and the truth got me walking on the path of my Muslim brothers that say Sarato Amus the king. And I be king, and I be the God that is in my mind and my heart. They're going to keep me apart from their stupidity of how they want to run this world. But they can't do it no longer because they're destroying the world. They're destroying the acorns for the squirrels. They messing up the production of honey from the bees that fertilize the trees. Oh, you can ask Brother Bo Luther about that because he's a husband. He's in the ground. He's a revolutionary. He the one to go take the land and plant the seeds. And he know about the bees doing the pollination of all the vegetables and stuff that he plant. And not only that, they cutting down the trees over there in South America that help us breathe. And then not only that, I'm going to tell you how diabolic these mad scientists is. They creating something called the CERT, a machine that can do simulate a Big Bang theory. Do I have to say more? Do I have to say any more about their insanity that you're going to create a Big Bang theory? You know what the Big Bang theory is? They say that's what brought in creation, but it was a big explosion. Blah, blah, blah. So if that occurs, where you going? Where are you going? You blowing up where you at, and you can't get nowhere else. Nowhere else can you live on a planet that was given to us by the Creator, and endowed with everything that we need. But see, in their greed and their envy of us being the people to who we are, the first people, the original people, and have a divine nature. See, they want to be they are against nature and the Creator, that creative energy that they call God, Jah, Allah, whatever they call it. They call it all these names, but it's something undescribable. But we know that it got some order to it because look at us. You know, the order that we had, the order of the trees, the grass, the water, the ocean, the fishes, whatever, it's this order. Anything that's out of order, you can see in the context because you can't see it in nature, right? You know, like it always been the negative and the positive, a man and a woman, and that's how it should be. But you can't be no other way because you see, you be going out of nature. And when you do that, you take things out of context. And when you take things out of context, you don't get no spiritual rest because it's like you contesting spirituality and nature at the same time. And that's what they do, as they control your mind. Your mind is divine. That's where you find diamonds, gold, and all that. I'm pointing to the temple, but I say your mind, your consciousness in your dome. But in your temple is where you find the Creator that's in our home. This is our home. This right here is a vehicle that is a vehicle for the ride of our spirit and soul in the time that we're in this physical plane, in this dimension, the fourth dimension. But when we get into the fifth and sixth dimension, we know that we live in our life like we're golden because we have spiritual insight. That's when your third and first eye open and give you that light, that the light that's like shining on my left side from Amun Ra, we call the sun. We call it everything that in scientific order, if we go in the order of our understanding and be in accord with who we are as righteous Black people, melanated people without sisters in their status, not status quo, but the status that they had before they was or we were manipulated to believe in the first sin and Adam and Eve and all that deception, when it was said that in time before that period of time, if we go back in time, before their time corrupted real time. I'm talking about when we had our society inclined toward the righteousness and the divine essence where harmony and peace existed. I'm talking about when we had the sister Shetat gave the fruit of knowledge to the brother, the Pharaoh at the time, and it's written on the wall. See, the truth is etched in stone. See, and then when they studied over there, they stole things like that off the wall that was the truth etched in stone, and they turned it around to make us upside down. And when they did that, we be acting like the clown in the circus all the time, and they be the ringmaster. But it ain't even like that. The reality of it, that she gave the fruit of knowledge to the Pharaoh so he can run his domain of or federation or city states of what we had built up. But they took it, brought our women down. They didn't want our women in that situation because they couldn't deal with it. See, where they come from, it was always a struggle and a fight. It wasn't no harmony and peace. You know, like in the day and the night with us, we was always in harmony and peace with our women because we wasn't dealing, we wasn't fighting, we wasn't struggling like they were when they was in the caves of yore, messing with wolves and all that, because that's where they become cannibalistic. They become, you know, like embittered, cannibalistic, and deal with bestiality and all that. That's part of their reality. It's the same thing today. You can see some women, you know, they be lesbian. They got a big old dog, like look like a horse. What they doing with a dog look like that? You know what they doing. You know all these, you may not know. I don't know, but I heard it, or I seen it. I came across it before on Facebook or something, where they be messing with the dogs and stuff like that. This is their nature. See, it ain't our nature. See, they want us to emulate them and duplicate and replicate the things that they do when they're duplicating, replicating what we have done, but they just getting to it. What they doing, all this modern technology, we had it a long time ago. The time that they don't say nothing about when we built the pyramids, the Sphinx and all that, when we had federations and Malay and Timbuktu and then Dungo, the Dungo tribe over there in Africa might be not in the Congo, but by the Congo. When we looked up the sky and we saw the Sirius star, and we had pictured it, and we talked about it, and we drew about it, but we didn't have no telescope. See, they try to hope that they can kill us off and have our women once again. And so they think they can live through us because they dying off naturally. They can't deal with the sunlight because the melanin, they don't have the melanin. So when the sun get really bright in the summertime, that's when they get put all that stuff on them, trying to keep the ultraviolet rays from the sun off them because it gives them skin cancer. It's killing them. Their death rate is greater than their birth rate. And see, I ain't no racist. Don't think I'm a racist. I'm a race man. You know, I love my people first and foremost. And I ain't against no Europeans. I just ain't dealing with them or agent provocateurs or Negropeans from our perspective, from the Black perspective. And see, with our young brothers that's under robot control, that lost their soul through social engineering, I can deal with them. So all they got to we got to talk to them and let them look at themselves in the mirror, go see their psychiatrist and ask themselves, why? Why am I killing the guy that I grew up with, live around the corner or live upstairs over me? Why am I doing that? That's not sane. That's not, that's insane, and it's not sane. So you got to ask yourself, why am I doing these crazy things? Why the Dungo tribe, the brother, I said, S.L. Carter said the Dungo tribe, the one I was talking about with looking up in the sky and had the Sirius star illustrated and didn't have no telescope. And they do those type of things today because they still over there up in the mountains. They're the ones that still stand in their spiritual and divine development. And a lot of us are becoming in that spiritual context with the first and third eye opening through the melanin stimulating the pineal gland. There's the natural and divine thing that happens when your chakra centers and your kundalini are energized. And we got to realize, and we got to study and research, and it's all natural. I mean, you can, I don't know. All I can say is natural because it naturally happened to me. I don't know how it happened to other people, if they be in meditation and home and all that and this and that, and or being secret societies, and I don't know nothing about that. I only know what happened to me, and this is reality. It is no fantasy, and it's the truth, because I don't lie and play with the divine essence that's in me that I've been blessed with. My gratitude to the Creator to choose me to be a servant of the people, and I serve the people, then I'm serving the Lord. My gratitude is so great, because people be looking at things as coincidence. I don't. Everything that happened in my immediate space and time is by divine decree. And that's how it is, because I've been given the key of understanding. I understand more so than understand or overstand, because everything comes from within. Everything comes from within, where we don't see the unseen. We don't know where we be when we be in our phallus. I mean, our father's phallus or testicles or wherever. We don't know where we come from. Is it a thought? And then we come there and through lust and love or whatever. I don't know. I'm researching, trying to find out. I want to know everything about everything, because you never know everything, because it's like the universe forever expanding. The more you know, the more you got to show. And see, I'm a master student, not a master teacher. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of the spiritual reality. I'm a student of love and harmony and peace. I'm a student of teaching and reaching for our youth to become black into themselves and come out of that hell that they're raising amongst themselves, because they're being programmed. Because whatever you put in your psychic, whatever you put in your mouth, your mind, and whatever you read through your eyes, it's going to come out in word, actions, of deeds. And we can see the misdeeds that occurring in our community. And it's a shame when mothers and grandmothers got to bury their sons. And I'm not talking about older sons, I'm talking about younger sons. And then sometime with a stray bullet, children they're getting shot at 6 and 8 and 10. Some of them dying and bleeding out. They don't make no sense, but we in control of that. Once you control your soul, then you be in a divine abode. And that's where we got to go back. Cause we got to go back to being black and knowing who we are. Stop practicing holidays and religions that keep us against each other. All the religions, it ain't nothing wrong with the spirituality of a religion, but when you practice religion, man-made concepts and all that keep us away from each other and don't have us in unity, but have us in disunity. And we are the majority. We are the majority in all religions. I'm saying this that can't change. This here, we're the majority in all religions, and we're against each other. It don't bring us together. And the Creator is essence of harmony and peace of what it has instilled in us as a people. So if we ain't in harmony and peace, then we know we are not doing the right thing. We're not practicing the right thing. And that's where we be manipulated against ourselves in this system of hypocrisy that they call democracy. But we got to be in it. That's why we got to develop an infrastructure while we're in it, and we got to work within it, because we're not in segregation no more. They think when we were segregated, it was the best time, because we was building on our own and using our own mind. But they tricked us with integration, so we can be right there with them. We can go to their schools and we can do all that, so they can educate us as some fools. The miseducation of the Negro, not only it miseducated us in their schools. We can get the college degrees and all that, then we become Greek fraternity members and all that. And I know, going to school, you learn that they learn from us. So how can you trust them to be in a Greek fraternity? That's a trust that is mistaken. It's like baking with Greece when you're supposed to be balling something. It's something, it's confusion. It's against your nature. We got to get into our mindset, our divine set, so that we can be ready for anything that happens in this paradigm where they want to take the system back to when it was great. I'm talking about Europeans are saying this, like everything they said before. It was wrong. It had no validity to it, but they use manpower and coward power because they ain't coming to you one-on-one. They be coming to you like 10-on-1, 10-3 and all that. But we still have the power. It can, three of us can take on like 10 of them, really. But when they come with guns and organized, you know, and all that, then you be acting like you sleep, walking around with your eyes wide shut, being drunk and, you know, all that type of stuff. That's when they trick us. See, we can't not be defenseless any longer, mentally, physically, or spiritually, so they can trick us. And when they trick us, they kill us. Especially they're trying to kill off our young warriors because they know our young warriors are fearless, but they misdirected by them. So we got to grab our young warriors and shake them and make them look at themselves and ask themselves the question, why I'm playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun? Why am I killing the brother that I had so much fun coming up with? You know, about a girl, about a little bit of money that ain't nothing, you know. They make you think in the music and the videos and I control the streets, I control you, don't control nothing until we unify and deal with Black Wall Streets once again. That's what we got to do to save ourselves from ourselves and save ourselves from this wicked, 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 wicked land of hypocrisy that make it gives you democracy in a way that is like is a deception. It's a deception, even in the election of the president. I'm talking about all presidents from good old George through Obama to this dude today. I don't care nothing about the system because the system is corrupt in every way. And people talking about the guy that's in the president now, I don't even like calling his name. Man, one more time for this. This is this apple cider tea. You know, it was hot, man. Got not cold, but you know, room temperature tastes good. Hot or cold to me. Yeah. I really like ginger and sage and all that stuff. I need stimulation to make me in my temple, in my mind, to be stimulated in a natural, mineralized way to keep my eyes open, keep them bright every day. As I astro travel and come back this way from light years away or in nocturnal gardens and the things that I hear and see or dream about that I hear too because I know where it's coming from. You know, people say they talk to the creator, you know, and I'm realizing though there's a lot of truth there because you got four aspects of your brain. You got the animalistic, you got the mammal, then you got the cerebral cortex right there, and then you got the frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is up here by the third eye and all that, and the first eye and all that. So that's where the divine energy is of the creator. So, and the creator is in the temple. So we can receive communication from the creator and our ancestors all the time because that's the divine essence of who we are as a divine people, as Black people, magic people. Black magic is, you know, will be their tragic once we come in tune. We got to get in tune and get in tune with the vibrations and frequencies and energy in the right, correct manner and stop listening to those that control all the mechanisms like TV and all the music, right? And I'd be like tripping out. I seen the dude Spike Lee, right? Great producer and all that. He get a Oscar, right? And run up and jump in the brother's arm, the other actor, forgot his name, but all of them, man, you know, but that's crazy to me. If it ain't validated by the European, then it don't have no validation. I say, man, that is crazy. We have enough resources and money to make our own choices, to have our own actors guild, have our own everything. And so we ain't got to go to them to get validation, you know, to be a great producer or actor and all that. We are that because we are better than them. I mean, they got some good actors, but they can't touch us. Not at all. Not at all, man. In no way, form, or fashion. And it just, I mean, it's like despicable to me how sometimes we act. Now he ain't no Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey is just, you know, oh man. But I really don't, I don't really talk about or put dirt in the street from our house. But that dude is not in our house. He's a Negro pen of the ultimate persuasion. So that's why I call his name, because I ain't never like him. Never, but am I wrong? I think I'm right because his disposition that you can see or you hear about, how he treat people around him. And he tell you it's about the money. See, a lot of people sell their soul for the money, and then they don't want to pool their money to make it better for us all. I know there's a lot of us not on that level, and a lot of us don't have the mental attitude or altitude. We're not academically inclined, but seeing our essence and our divine mannerism, we look out for each other. If you ain't got and I got, you got. That's how it was when I was coming up. I'm talking about the house doors was open. You can smell the food coming out, and Miss Bill up on Meridian Street will feed the whole playground. And she had 13 or 16 children in the house and still had enough food, cooked enough food to feed the whole playground. When that was on in our village on 16th and Newton, man. And that's how it's supposed to be now. But they got us programmed to a big extent. Not all of us, but they got us programmed and all over the land, really, because it's like in Chicago. How can all them people, like almost 1,000 people getting killed through criminal activity, black on black crime? You ain't gonna tell me somebody else ain't doing some of that killing, man. Because this, I mean, shoo, what can I say? And like I remember when I was in college, away in college, it was like 300 or 400 killings in DC. A lot of that stuff was going around by my mama's house, and I'm glad my children went through it, got through it, man, that they grown. And but it's not that much killing. I mean, at that high, well, any killing is bad, but it ain't at 300 or 400 like it used to be in the early 70s. I mean, late, yeah, was it the late 70s, early 80s, and you know, 90s and all that, because of the what the crack cocaine epidemic did that and had our young people thinking they're in control of something, but they're just killing just to be killing, you know, because they thought that gun is power. The gun ain't power unless it's in from black power, and we defending ourselves, and that's the only way that we should have guns. We can't let them take away our guns because they tricking us. They're trying to take away the guns so we don't have no, we be defenseless. We can't do that. The militia ain't letting them take their guns away. So why should we do it? The militia is training their children how to shoot guns and hunt and all that and how to survive. We're teaching our children how to run a touchdown or shoot a three-pointer and all that. And we don't have no pointers on survival or how to use a gun. That's why a lot of our children out there using guns can't even shoot the guns, don't know how to shoot the guns, you know, don't even know how to aim correctly. And it's a shame. But it's our blame because they're our youth, they're our children. We've been there. I know I've been there. I can't lie. I've been, whatever they done, I done. So I'm talking from experience, you know. But I changed, but I had to. I had to change because of my nature, of my upbringing. I've been molded and shaped for to be at this moment right now, to be talking like I'm talking to you in a divine or spiritual love context that by divine decree, I be an emissary of the Lord, and it's not on a physical level. You know, I'm in this world, but everything about being in this world is unique for me because my gratitude to the Creator and my ancestors for putting me in this unique situation to be able to speak a truth that somehow or another it stayed aloof from me a while and from other black men and women for a while, but we don't have no excuses now because we got technology, we got Google, we got books, we got in this era and time of being in divine uh, environment of being in the age of Aquarius. And that's like when energy is full, when the planets are in alignment. And that's why you got to get into the understanding of energy, the energy of the chakra centers, the 7 chakra centers in your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your voice chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your core chakra, and your sexual chakra or your bottom root chakra. And then you got to know about the kundalini, you got to know about the pituitary and the pineal gland and the hypothalamic gland. You got to know about the melon gland, and you got to know that this is real and that a totally different way and mannerism and everything when you get in tune with it. When you hear the sound, the music, the drum beat, the sounds of Africa. That's why they don't want us to listen to go-go, because the go-go beat got that beat. The sound of the drums that our ancestors are still sending a message to us. Our ancestors that died in the Atlantic Ocean. Our ancestors that died over here in the Florida Everglades. But see, they didn't die that much there because they was gorillas. And they ran Andrew Jackson back up north. They don't want us to know about all those powerful brothers that was indigenous to the land that was us, like Crazy Horse and Geronimo. And not only them, the guy that played, the Lone Ranger, that was a black man, but they turned it around to make it sound or be like them. And not only that, they don't tell you about the black cowboys that was us. You know, they don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about the indigenous people over here they call Indians. Was us. They don't tell you about over in Africa, what we had over there in Akabu land when we built the pyramids. And see, they don't go back into that timeline to tell us that will let us know that we're divine. Because see, they can't even replicate or duplicate that building of pyramids. All they do is try to replicate and duplicate how we look in modern technology. But the modern technology that you see, we already done that. It's on the walls where it's truth is etched in stone. And that's why they're over there chipping on the walls and shooting those off the pyramids, because they look like us. And they're going to say like the Amalek, the big heads down in South America, look like just like a black man. They're going to say it look like a monkey. And we looking at it. What do you think? You really think we dumbfounded? No, we're not. We are like Imhotep. He was a multi-genius. He was the father of medicine, but they give it to this dude called, I call him hypocritical, because I don't know how to pronounce the word correctly, the Greek word, whatever it is. I hear a hypocrite, and they're hypocrites. That's why they deal with a hypocritical a system they call supposed to be based on democracy, and it's supposed to be about politics, but it's about politricks. And they be tricking us to sell our soul and become Negro pins and all that. And I don't accept that. And I don't accept Negro pins or agent provocateurs. All I accept is our young warriors that is programmed. We can break the program, because all we got to let them know is it's a frequency, and the things that you put in, it's going to come out word, action, and deeds. And all you got to do is look at the psychiatrist when you go in the bathroom and look in that mirror and ask yourself, why? Why you want to die and not live a righteous life? That's what we got to get in our mind with the diamond gold and all that. We got to become alchemists. We got to become a voodoo priest and all that. We got to deal with black magic. They deal with it. Then they kidnap us for body parts, sex rings, and blood sacrifices. And guess who do it? It be from the Vatican. It be from the Queen of England and all that crew, and higher ups like Rothschild, Rockefellers, and DuPonts, and all of them, and then all these people in the higher ups of the political system, they don't want to be doing it. All you got to do is research. They write about what they do. What's his name? I forgot his name. He practiced satanic stuff like that. What's his name? I'm gonna look it up myself, and then I'll get back with us on that. But what I'm saying that we got to save ourselves from ourselves and save ourselves from them, because hypocrisy is not a way of life. Being hypocritical is not a way of life. We got to be about love and healing, especially amongst ourselves. And my brother, he just Ansel, he on it this morning. He just, he talked about the Dungo tribe that I was talking about. He was talking about facts that, let's be black. Then he was talking about them hypocrites, talking about the politicians, the politricksters. But I'm gonna hold up on these facts this morning. I don't want to overkill with my words. That to me, I be in a trance sometime, and I be communicating in the divine essence, because that's my blessing. Because I feel so much. You just don't know. I'm so enthused. I'm so blessed. I want to do the work of the Creator, so we can stop being haters of each other, that we can get into the love mode with each other. We can be the divine essence and the divine blessings to our families, and take them out of the mode of using the drugs that they put in our community and the poisons that they put in our community. They got chemtrails in the air, lead and fluoride in the water. They got GMO foods taking out the seeds in the food so they can have control of that. And we be acting like fools, going to their school, becoming and getting in Greek fraternities, and we can't really learn nothing, because what we learn, it teaches us to go against ourselves and perpetrate a system that's based on racism and European supremacy. That's what it's all based on. And we got to come back and come black and be the black man here in Turtle Island. On Turtle Island, we call America. Then the black man or the African that's in Akabu land, what they call Africa. We got to unify not only those two places, but everywhere we find us, we got to unify. We got to deal with the hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott. And we got to come back. We got to come black. We got to be real. We got to feel the divine energy that's coming through us in this age of Aquarius. And that's all I'm going to say today. And I'm going to say that when you pray, have a proactive pray. Be praying with action behind it. If you just pray and don't do nothing, don't have no action behind it, no plan, no timeline, then that prayer is like fruitless. Like with the GMO, the seeds that they took out the fruit we shouldn't eat, because it's like insecticide or pesticide that they put in the fruit and all that to try to keep it alive for their profit and their control. But see, we got to be prophets, and we got to be gods and goddesses and kings and queens once again. And we got to take control of this planet. We got a 4-year window to do that. I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I got, after tomorrow, 2 more days. And this has been your host, A Black Report, Humam Abdulmalik. With Black Peace, Black Power. Black Power, what side are you on? I ain't talking about this. I mean, if you get the gun, hide it, bury it. Don't use it on each other. Wait till a time where we got to defend ourselves. But by that time, we're going to be in some divine energy that I'm telling you, the Lord and our ancestors are going to bless us with some things in this age and time of Aquarius that's going to blow your mind. All you got to do is stay divine or get on the divine path. And I'm telling you, make me want to laugh. I'm serious, man. We powerful. We just got to know ourselves through knowledge and wisdom and research. We play all them games all the time. If we ain't using our brain, then we being lame. That's what they want. They want us to be miseducated and miseducated of the nigga, like you're getting educated, right? In their schools. But see, they take you against yourself and teach you everything and teach you nothing about yourself, teach you everything against yourselves and want you to be a homosexual. They want you to be a pedophile because they're making laws. They're passing laws for that stuff now. Over in England and over here, they're hand in hand because they can. They can. All of them come out the cage. All of them. And I'm going to leave it like that. And Sal, you better stop laughing at me, man. That's my brother, man. No joke. He gave me this right here. He gave maybe not only this one, he gave me a few of them, and I gave them out. Man, this is powerful to me, man. This right here is powerful. Longer, this is powerful. It's powerful. Signs are similar for the man and woman of understanding. And a lady from the Cuba said, I like that. I was in Five Guys the other night. She said, I like that. I said, which one? She said, I like all of them, but she said she liked this. I said, what y'all practice, voodoo over in Cuba? She said, no, we practice Santa. I said, Santa Maria. She said, yeah, I gave her a high five, man. You know that? But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go to now and live your life like a golden, because we are people of golden. We are people of, like the brother said, God's speed is like in the speed of light. That's how we go in flight. We can travel, and when we astro travel light years away and be black. We travel in nocturnal gardens with lagoons up there with melanin, and be by unique lotus flowers and be in peace of mind. Then we come back from that divine flight and we feel all right. I do it every night. I'm so, man, I feel, think of my man, boom, dingo man. Woo, Lord have mercy. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, I love y'all, man. I love y'all like I love myself, because I am. Without me, there's no you. Without you, there's no me. Ubuntu. 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 And that's mean that without you, there ain't no me. And without me, there ain't you. So that's what I say to all of you. But now I'm going to go through this roll call. I want to say, before I do that, I want to say salam alaikum. I want to say shalom. I want to say ashe hotep. I want to say I love you, my brothers and sisters. I want to say I love you. I love you to life. And I'm going to go through this roll call, starting up the top and come down the bottom. I got who I got up on here this morning. That's who's that right there at the first beginning? That's Bo Luther, my man, revolutionary. He's the brother that man, he took the land and growing food on it. Then I got Abdullah Shabazz. I got Marcel D. Pisa. I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't heard you in a while, but you always up here. And Bo Luther again when he's talking like, assalamu alaikum, big brother. And he got the peace sign, but you got to close that joint. And he got the black love, and he got the black power sign. But when we do peace, we got to close it. Can't open it. That ain't together. This is together. And what else? Who we got? Ansel Carter, the one who gave me the eye of Wajat. It could be the eye of Hiru or the eye Set. I mean, no, Asar. But anyway, no, Asar Set. Yes. And Hiru. Hiru eye or Asar's eye. A Set. Asar, yeah. Boy, I get so tongue twisted. I get it mixed up sometimes. Then we got, who else we got up here? Let me see who else we got up here. We got Damon Long. Damon Long, that's a new name up there, but thank you for tuning in. I hope you tune in again. I hope you was motivated and stimulated. We got Alpha Cuba. That's my brother from the United Kingdom. I got to call him because he's supposed to went over in Angola. There's a sister over there, she got attacked or something. He said he going over there and say he going to defend her. And they say if he come over there, they're going to do something to him. He said, okay, I'll be there. That's what he told him. And so I stand with that brother 1,000% because he came here, man. We befriended each other and I love him. Alpha Cuba. He was really of Angola, but he's over in the United Kingdom, him and his family. And he do a rodeo. He a host of a radio station, Diamond radio station over there. And he very powerful black man, Pan-African. We got Gable Chef. Oh, Gable Chef Ismail. Somebody new again. So with that, I'm gonna tell y'all, feel like and live like your life is golden, and live your life like, man, you're divine individuals with a mind that's in the light of the light of darkness from the blackness, from the black hole into everything that deal with blackness brings in the light. But blackness is the pureness of the light. That's what we got to remember in our fight for our life. Amen. My shame with that, I'm gone. Y'all have a great day. Live your life like you're golden. And oh yeah, I said, I'm driving now, so we're gonna break some bread. And everybody that I got to break some bread with me, get in touch with me so we can break the bread, because I love eating salad. Y'all be blessed, man. Stay strong, stay black, because you know for a fact we're under attack. The subtle war, the silent war that we in, we got to defend ourselves throughout our body, soul, and mind. Stay on the divine path. Amen. And with that, I'm going to say, Kona maheno, hino kaseno, fakane, shikono ta, hino dani bino fane, oye o mahane, sakane foko.